17. All day long, Shifu trained Po, taking him through the sort of action, deep breath, pushing, emphasizing, climb, and more, and while holding bowl of food just out as a Po reached. Finally, Shifu set a bowl of dumpling on the boulder. After you, Panda, Shifu said, throwing bowl. Po stopped and short. Just like that? He asked the teacher. I don't have to do any more setup or take more than a hike. I avoid you to train you, Shifu told him, and you have been trained. You are free to eat. Po grabbed the dumpling with his chopstick. Are you sure? Enjoy, Shifu said, nodding. Shifu raised the dumpling in his mouth. Po raised the dumpling in his mouth, still handing just a little. Whoosh! Just then, he's about to eat. Shifu snatched it away. Hey! Po cried as Shifu swallowed the dumpling. I said you are free to eat. Have a dumpling. Po reached for one, and Shifu leaped across the table and kicked into the air. Hey! Po said again. Shifu ate it, making a Po scrawl again. You are free to eat. Shifu the land. Now. Po was mad. Am I? He demanded. Are you? Shifu challenged him. Po and Shifu both grabbed their chopsticks. Po slammed the table with a set of bowl dumpling into the air as the dumpling rained down. Shifu leaped into the air and gobbled all of them except for one. Moving skillfully, though newfound electricity and speed, Po finally managed to get the last dumpling. But instead of eating it himself, Po tossed the dumpling into Shifu's open hand. I'm not hungry, Master, he said. Shifu smiled. Then he and Po bowled expectantly each other. Tai Long reached toward the rope bridge that started between two tall mountains and perks over body of water. Be halfway across the burnished Valley of Peace lay in the there. At last have reached my direction, and thought thankfully. Just then the Furious Five appeared on the other side of the bridge. Tai Long roared inferently. How dare they block the path? Cut the bridge, Tigress called out. The others slashed the rope and hauled the bridge in the mountain. Tai Long had almost made across when Tigress landed final rope. Then she leaped toward a snow leopard, her claws extended. The two cats tumbled toward the middle of the rope of the bridge as it began to fall into the canyon below. The other four members, the Furious Five, grabbed the support ropes and held tightly. Tai Long growled at Tigress. Where's the dragon warrior? Tigress stepped closer. How do you know you're not looking at her? She shot back. Tai Long laughed. Do you think I'm a fool? He says. I know you're not the dragon warrior. None of you are. The Furious Five exchanged surprised look. Did Tai Long know about Panda? They wondered. That's right. Tai Long went to the comfortably and traveled. I heard about he fell from the sky in a bowl of fire. I also heard that he's the warrior unlike anything the world has ever seen. And this time the Furious Five echoed. Looks. Po? Monkey Travel. Are you talking about Po? So that's his name. Tai Long understood. Fine. So that is his name. Tai Long understood. Finally, worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. At Tiger's turn, Tai Long reached quickly, right back with the surprise block. Fighting with supply block and sense of power, strike and kick, ram mine and slain the bridge as White go Tiger's neck. Go help Tigress, Mantis hold Viper and Crane, Monkey, and if you can hold the bridge. Monkey, and I can hold with the bridge. Viper slender toward Tai Long, while Crane helped to free Tigress, whipping herself around his arm. Viper used Tai Long's own paws to punch the snow leopard again and again. Let's see how do you like it, she said. Tai Long forced back, and he caught Viper's whole circle in her paw around the throat. Monkey, Viper said in a croak voice. Help me. Monkey was still helping Mantis hold up the bridge. Go, Mantis agreed. I can manage. Monkey leaped to the attention. Swifty kick. Kick in. Tai Long is in the challenge. Tigers come at him. Come at Tai Long again, but he sat on crashing through the ceiling in the bridge. And Flash Tai Long was running toward them again. On the silent starter rope. Mantis, Tigress yelled. Mantis reached by whipping the end of the rope hand, starting scent of the rope shoot toward Tai Long as rope swept around the Tai Long. The furious five spoke their challenge. Now, Tigress shouted. The furious five all let out a roar. Then all together they went after Tai Long, pounding himself a kick and bounce. Finally, Tigress perched and rode between them. Tai Long demanded into the canyon below, dropping down. And finally, disappointed in the mess, Mantis whipped the end of the rope and safely into the mountain. The furious five looked at the other ends and a group of breed. They've done it. They had stopped Tai Long before he could enter the Valley of Peace. Then Tiger's eyes looked suddenly wide. The other end of the rope bridge, now reclinedly circling in the peak. That meant, Tai Long, she cried. With a crash, the snow leopard stood before them. Shifu taught you well, he said, amazed. But he gobbled fur and monkey. Endlessly purring, and he didn't teach everything. 18. That evening, Shifu and Po walked through the palace constraint. The panda was carrying a heavy backpack, but there was heavy spring in his top. You have done well, Po, Shifu completed. Done well? Po replied. Are you kidding? I've done awesome! He was showing his belly around and knocked Shifu and Plastic. Shifu struggled backwards and then quickly raised his dignity, the mark of the true hero. The remind Po slowly, hesitantly. A second later, he landed closer to Po and whispered on his ear, But yes, Panda, you have done awesome. and to punch him perfectly on the arm. Together they laughed. Just then the figure appeared in the sky over them. Crane. It was Crane, and he was carrying the rest of the 5. A moment later, they crashed to the ground. Guys, Bo cried. Bo cried out in the alarm. He threw down the backpack and rushed over. They're dead? As he bent over them, he could see that they were still breathing, and their eye was open. Crane struggled to lift his hand. We were no match for his nerve attack, he murmured gulpily. He has gotten stronger, Shifu gruffly. Tai Long? Po asked. Stronger? Shifu bent over Viper, working the wrestle from the paw only were Mantis and Monkey. He's too strong, Monkey yelled as he came to. He leaped from his feet and dealt a strong kung fu punch to Po's head. Slowly he looked around, realizing where he was. He's too strong. He's too fast, he murmured. Shifu kneeled over Tigress. I thought we could stop him, she says. How he could have killed you all, Shifu said. Why didn't he? Viper asked. So you could come back here and strike fear into our heart. But it won't work. Po was still rubbing his sore head from the monkey hit it. It might work a little. I'm pretty scared. You can defeat him, Panda, Shifu roared. Are you kidding? Po shook his head. If they can't stop him, how can I? He says. There are 5 masters. Okay? I'm just one me. 5 masters. I'm just one me. But have you one thing that no one else does? Shifu remind him. Come with me. Perfectly, Po followed Shifu to the scroll room inside the Jade Palace. He looked up at the ceiling where the covered dragon shone and scroll in his mouth. Do you really believe that I'm ready? Po asked Shifu, his only voice filled with doubt. You are ready, Po, Shifu answered firmly. Uguaya told him he was destined, he must believe too.